Dear students, today let us start the physics new topic, that is chapter 11, Force and Pressure. Before starting this topic, I would like to ask you a question. What causes motion? What causes an object to move? Yes, the answer is motion means movement. When object or person or anything moves from one place to another, we say then object is in motion. Then what is the cause for this motion? Just think of some things. I'll take an example of a ball. So ball is on the table and I want that ball to be moved. So to move that stationary ball or any other object, we need to apply a force. So here comes the term force. So force is something which causes an object to move. Not only to move or to stop an object also. Okay. Yes. If we want to stationary body to move or moving body to stop, we need to apply an external force, right? And this force is what we are going to talk about in this lesson. So what exactly is this force? Let us study. Yes, we need to understand what is force. How do we define force in terms of physics? Yes. So what is force? A force is a push or a pull or both. A force cannot be seen, but we can feel and observe the effects of force. So, force can be defined as it is a push or a pull applied on an object. So, to understand the definition, we have to we need to know about push and pull. So, what is push and what is pull? So, when do we call the force as push? So force applied to make an object move away from oneself, then we call that force as is in the form of a push. In the same way, in the same way, pull, a force applied to bring an object closer to oneself, then we call that as pull. That means the force applied is in the form of a pull. So sometimes the force is a combination of push and pull. So you can see some examples which I have given here: playing a guitar, sawing wood, then scrubbing the floor, rowing a boat. These are the examples where both push and pull forces are involved. So force is nothing but all about this kind of actions, like pushing an object, pulling an object, or lifting an object, and so on, right? In all these scenarios, you are applying some kind of force. Okay, let us look at some more examples where force is applied in the form of push or a pull. Yes, see the examples which are in the given in the picture. You can see here pressing the switch. Yes, first example. So here the force applied is in the form of push. That means the object is moved away from you. In the same way, the second example, that is launching a rocket. The third example, pushing a trolley. So where the force is applied. So next you can see kicking a ball. So the ball is moved away from the body, right? Knocking a nail. So in this all examples where the force applied is in the form of a push. Okay. So let us move on to the next examples. Here you can see the first example, that is tug of war. The second, where there is here in the first case the pull is involved. In the second case, drawing back a bow. So there also the force is applied in the form of pull. Next, here you can see a man pulling a box. So here the force is in the form of a pull. Opening a door. So here also you can see where the force applied is in the form of a pull. Raising a flag, here also pull. So in all these cases where the forces are in the form of pull. So let us move on to the next examples where it is the combination of both push and pull. So you can see the first example, sawing wood, right? So you can see here both the force applied on an object is in the form of pull as well as push. Playing a guitar. So while playing a guitar, there are also forces applied where both push and pull are involved. Scrubbing the floor. So here also the force is applied in combination of push and pull. Rowing a boat. Here also the force applied is in the form of push and pull. So you all have seen many of the examples in the picture where the force applied is in the form of a push or a pull. So force is the push or pull on an object. So easily we can define force as push or pull on an object. Example, if an object has to be moved, it has to be pushed or pulled. Here also you can see these examples where a man is pushing a car, where the boy playing hockey, he is going to push a ball. Here also while playing football, a boy is kicking a ball. So in all these cases the force is in the form of push. Here in this side, three examples you can see where a man is pushing, pulling, right? So here the horse which is pulling a cart. In the same way, here the boy who are playing tug of war, there also the rope has been pulled. So in all these cases, the pull is involved. So we can define the force as push or a pull. So definition of force is a push or a pull on an object. Okay. So let us now consider a force in between two objects. So always force comes into play only when it is applied between two objects. So if the object is at rest, if we want to move that object, then the force has to be applied by the other object. That means two things or two objects has to come into play. So we call that an interaction of one object on another object results in a force between the two objects. That means there should be a interaction between the two objects, then only the force is involved between two objects. For example, if a man, you can see in this example, if a man stands behind the car, so the car is not going to move. When he is applying a force, that means if he pushes the car, he applies the force and the car begins to move in the direction of the applied force. So the force applied is in this direction, so the car is going to move in the same direction. Okay. So force comes into play when there is an interaction between two objects. Until then, the objects remains in the position of rest. Okay. So next, a force is a physical quantity that has both magnitude and direction. Yes, magnitude and direction. So these two terms you have to understand. Magnitude is nothing but how much force is applied, or we can say that it is the amount of force applied on an object. We call it as magnitude. For example, here you can see two examples we have taken, a person A and person B. So you can see both are same box, okay, where both weight is same. So here in this case, in the first scenario, you can see a person A is applying a force F, and in the second case, person B, in the second scenario, you can see a person B is applying a force 2F. that means double the force of first one, right? So here the force involved, so you can see the force applied by A is small, so it is smaller force. Yeah, force applied is small. In the second case, the force applied is large. So we can say that here in the case of A, the force applied is having less magnitude, and in the second scenario, the force applied is of larger magnitude. So here in first case the magnitude is less, and in the second case the magnitude is more. So now you understood, I hope you understood about magnitude, right? But it also has direction. You can see the direction of force where the direction is applied towards the right side. Yeah, so the force is applied by person A and person B. Both of them are applying the force in the same direction. Okay, so now not only magnitude is important, but also direction of force is also very important, which you have to know. Okay, so both force is having both magnitude and direction. So you all understood about magnitude and direction. Now let us see when it is applied in different direction and when it is applied in same direction. So now forces in the same direction. So what happens when the multiple force acting on an object in the same direction? Here you can see in this case where the two person, you can see a girl who is applying a force on a table. In the same way, the boy who is applying a force on the same table. So here there are two forces which are applied on an object. So if we consider this as a object, so here person, here the force applied, that is 25 Newton. So here 25 is the magnitude of force applied, and Newton is the unit of measurement of force. So Newton is the unit which is used to measure force. Okay, so for example, in order to measure mass, we are using kg. Yeah, 1 kg, 2 kg, like that we use. In the same way, to measure a liquid like milk, we are using a unit liter. In the same way, to measure force, the unit Newton is used. Okay, so here the, so in this case here you can see the force applied by the first person. So I'll take it as F1, that is 25 Newton. Yeah. In the second case you can see a boy. So in the first case F1 force is applied in the form of push. In the same way here also the person B is applying the force in the same direction as F1. So that is, I'll take it as F2. So the force applied is 20 Newton. Yeah, for F1 is applying 25 Newton, F2 is applying 20 Newton. So in both the cases, in this case, what will be the total force on this box? That is the net force we are going to consider. Okay, therefore the net force will be force F is equal to F1 plus F2. So here you can see the net force, that is 25 Newton plus 20 Newton, where it is going to be added up. So that is 45 Newton. So see the direction, it is towards the right. So we can say that the net force on object is 45 Newton towards the right side. Okay, here the force applied by the person A and person B both are in the same direction towards the right. Therefore the object is also moving towards the right. So where the total force gives the net force. So we can conclude that when forces are applied in the same direction, they are added to determine the size of the net force. So the net force becomes the sum of the two forces applied on an object. If there are more number of forces applied on an object, more than two, then we are going to add up all the forces which are applied on that object if it is moving in the same direction. Understood? Once again I'll repeat. When the force is applied in the same direction, the net force is the sum of the forces which is applied on that object. So net force will be added up. So next, let us now see what happens when the force applied is in the different directions, when the force applied is in the opposite directions. So in this case, let's see what happened. You can see here, so you can see the animal where it is just pulling a rope, right? You can see a rope here. So both are applying a force. So in the first case, you can see the force applied by the first animal, that is in the direction towards left, that is equal to 10 Newton. And in the second one, the rope pulled here is force is 12 Newton. So towards the right side. So F1 is equal to 10 Newton and F2 is equal to 12 Newton. Therefore, in this case, when the two forces act in opposite direction, we are going to subtract the smaller force from the larger force to determine the net force. So, the net force becomes F2 minus F1, where force F2 is more, magnitude of second force is more than the first one. So F2 is dominating here, yeah, because it is having more force. So the rope is pulled towards F2. So the net force will be in the same direction as the larger force. So the net force is F2 minus F1. It is F2 minus F1. So that is 12 Newton minus 10 Newton. So what is the net force? 12 minus 10 is equal to 2 Newton. So here in this case, the force on this rope is 2 Newton and it is towards the greater force applied, that is towards the force applied by the second animal, that is greater. So it is towards the right. So we can say force on a rope is equal to 2 Newton, which is towards right side of the object. Okay. So this is how the force is calculated. Net force is calculated in case of both, when the object is applied in the same direction and when the object is applied in the different direction. Now here in this picture you can see a person A and person B. Here you can see person A and person B are applying force. You can see the direction, the force applied on this box, and person B is also applying a force in opposite direction. So you see the direction here, force applied, both are opposite. So person A is pushing towards the right side and person B is pushing towards the left side. So in this case here, if I consider person A is applying same force, I'll consider 10 Newton of force is applied by person A, that is F1 is equal to 10 Newton. and F2 is also applying the same force, that is 10 Newton. So in this case, what is the net force on this object? That is F2 minus F1. So which is equal to 10 minus 10, which is equal to 0 Newton. So in this case, the net force on this object is 0 Newton, and whether it is going to move? No, because when the net force is 0, that means the object will be at rest position. It is not going to move towards right, or it is not going to move towards left. That means the net force is 0. Okay, when both the person are applying equal force, then the object remains at rest position. Yes, let us conclude now. So what is the conclusion? If two forces act on a body in the same direction, the net force is sum of the two forces. Net force is F1 plus F2. So F1 and F2 applied on an object. So two forces acting in the same direction, the net force is sum of two forces. In the same way, second, that is if the force is applied in opposite direction, the net force, so when the force is applied in opposite direction, the net force is the difference between the two forces, that is F2 minus F1. So the effect on the object depend on the net force acting on it. So total effect on the object. So how much it is going to move? It is depending on the total force which is acting on that object. So remember these 2 points. If the two forces act in the same direction, the net force is the sum of the two forces. And the second one, if two forces act on a body in opposite direction, then the net force is the difference between the two forces. Okay, now I hope that you all understood about the direction also. Okay, so just understand the direction of the force. So how do forces combine? So more than one force, you all know that not only one force, there are many number of forces acting on an object so that the object may move or the object may stop due to the external force acting on that object. So more than one force acts on an object. When all the forces acting on an object are added together, you determine the net force on the object. So we are going to get a net force, total force acting on an object by adding it together. And an object with net force more than 0 Newton on it will change the state of motion. State of motion is changed only when the net force is greater than 0 Newton. So I hope you all have understood about the direction of force. So we define that force is having, it is a physical quantity and it is having both magnitude and direction. I hope you all have understood the definition of force and about the magnitude and direction of force and how the force is measured, right? So what is force? Force is a push or a pull acting on an object. Force is measured by the unit Newton. Okay, Newton is the unit used to measure force. And if the force is acting in the same direction, then the if the multiple forces are acting on an object and if it is in the same direction, then the net force is the sum of all the forces. In the same way, if the force is acting in opposite direction, then it is the difference between the two forces. So this is what about today's class. Let us continue it tomorrow. If you have any doubts regarding the topic, you can ask me. Thank you.